Welcome to the Only Male Cruz show, the We On Your Head podcast. Discussing topics that make you say, how and where can we improve as a society? From a Black American's perspective. Copyright disclaimer regarding fair use is in full effect. The views and opinions expressed in this show, you guessed it, they're all mine. Catch us live, be ready to speak. This is a call-in show. Be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, replay gang, leave a comment. You know I want to hear from you. Let's go to work. All right. Welcome to the Only Male Cruz show. We On Your Head podcast. I don't know who knows about the story. I'm sure it's a lot. But y'all, this is out of control. We about to get into 2023. This is out of control, y'all. Sinzae, I think that's the correct pronunciation of his name. Sinzae Reed. Okay. Shout out to Sinzae. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, girl. This young man, y'all, 13 years old, black young man, shot. Now, the culprit, the man that actually committed the crime that killed this young boy, it's alleged that he got out of his truck, shot the man, walked around a little bit, shot him a little bit more, got in his truck, and drove off. This is ridiculous. We about to head into 2023, and this killer is free. So I want to get into the details of it, because I know it's New Year's Eve, and people got stuff to do. They're trying to get out there and get in all that good COVID, right? And bring in the new year. But somebody's family is going to be without their loved one because of this particular crime and crimes just like it. And shout out to you, Zane. Yes, girl, it is. It's a heartbreaker. So let me just get right into it, y'all. Give me just 1 second here. All right. So here's the situation. On October 12th, 13-year-old Sinzae Reed was allegedly shot in the back, or as you were shot and killed, by a 36-year-old Krieg A. Butler Sr. in Columbus, Ohio. Now, according to the Columbus Dispatch, the prosecutors initially charged the murderer with murder. But a week later, October 19th, prosecutors filed to dismiss the case in municipal court. Now, more than 2 months later, Sinzae's family only knows one detail regarding why Butler is walking free today. Ridiculous. There's been a claim of self-defense, according to the Columbus Police Homicide Detective Keith O'Connor. Says O'Connor said that the claim was made by Butler and his mother, I presume Craig's mother, declined to comment further. It's been almost 3 months. Sinzae's mother has not spoken to anyone about this investigation. Okay? The mother's name is Megan Reed. And she says, I haven't even spoken to the detective. They're all on his side. Craig is a white man and the detective is a white man too. Now, typically when cases like this show up, and as soon as a black person enters race into the conversation, the first thing someone other than black wants to say is, why you got to put race in it? Why are you playing the race card? Well, look at this. Why do you think? And so, according to Megan Reed, the mother, she says that on October 12th, Her son, Sinzae, said he told her he wasn't feeling well. And so his mom told him, well, it's probably because you're sleeping under the air and the fan or whatever. So she told him just go to his room and lay down. Um, but he went to his room. He came back. She was cooking. They were having a conversation. After they got finished having their conversation, he left the kitchen, went back to his room. So the mom says the next thing she knew, someone was knocking or really banging on the door, and said that the neighbor told her that Sinzae had been shot. So the mom didn't know that the young man had even gone outside because they were just in the kitchen having a conversation and he'd gone back to his room. Um, and so the mom says that when she got to where her son was lying with the gunshot wounds, she was told that witnesses said that they saw the 36-year-old Craig Butler. They were telling her that he was responsible, that they saw him do it. And the mom says, as soon as I got out there, everybody was like, yeah, Craig did this, which leads me to believe that clearly this guy is known in the neighborhood. Okay, so there's some familiarity with him. I'd like to know to what extent, how well known he is. Girl, you kidding me? This is your hometown? Girl. Out of control. What you say? I wonder if the guy was on the force or who he knows is in a higher place in the city. That's how it goes in Columbus. If you know someone that knows someone, you can be protected, unfortunately. That's exactly what I believe as well. Oh, man. It's out of control, but clearly this guy had to have been well known in the neighborhood for the witnesses to say, Craig did this. And so, according to the mom, witnesses told her that Craig allegedly shot Sinzae and then came back around and re-shot him multiple times. Come on, y'all. Now, the mother goes on to say that Butler fled the scene, but was later captured and arrested at his house the next day. She also says that Butler reportedly claimed that her son had a gun, but she didn't see a weapon when she went to the scene, and no witnesses saw a weapon either. Now, according to the Columbus Dispatch, they are confirming that an eyewitness who knows Butler told police they saw him exit a red truck, shoot Sinzae multiple times, get back in his truck, and drive off, which makes it all more perplexing that Butler is free with no charges. And at any rate, the officials in Columbus still have not released information as to why Butler's self-defense claim was even considered to be credible enough for charges to be dropped. Because my understanding is he had a bond. I think it was for like $1 million. Somehow they dropped the bond, and he's free. So in October, the prosecuting attorney Gary Tyrak, and let me do something real quick. This man right here, if that tells you anything, according to this guy right here, he put out a statement that basically said, oh, wait a minute, I forgot to do something, y'all, because I meant to have this ticker running because I have this contact information down here. And we need to be blowing up this prosecutor's office, okay? Blowing up as far as like telephone emails and whatnot. Let me make sure I'm using correct language. But with that being said, this Gary Tyrak guy, this prosecutor says that the killing was still under investigation and that this kind of case, that this is the kind of case failing to make it to the grand jury. It's not uncommon. Okay, but why isn't this a priority? I mean, this is a youth. Even no matter what his race is, it's a youth. Why wouldn't that be? You have witnesses who have identified the culprit, and also the aggravating circumstances of this guy getting out of his truck, shooting the young man, and then coming back around and shooting him again multiple times. And some type of way you're trying to claim self-defense, y'all, ain't nobody buying that. Nobody's buying that. But this prosecuting attorney says that it's not uncommon that a case like this wouldn't make it to the grand jury. Not every case initiated in municipal court is presented to the grand jury. Okay, well, we're tired of the status quo. That needs to change. Gary Tyrak goes on to say that this particular case is still under review for possible presentation to the grand jury, but unfortunately, he can't tell us when that can be expected. So, no idea when or if this will even be sent to the grand jury, even though you have eyewitnesses. Now, apparently, a motion was filed. I think they said absolutely, Zane, total, 100% full BS. And even though this may be uncommon, the fact of the matter still remains. You have witnesses. You had the guy in custody, and instead of filing a motion for this to go wherever it needed to go so that the wheels of justice could begin to turn, the judge entertains a motion to let the man out because according to this Gary Tyrak, which I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation of his name or not. Let me click on this right screen here. What does he say here? They only have a limited amount of time. It says the municipal court does not have jurisdiction to hear felony cases except for a limited period of time. So within the limited period of time that you have, why are you not making use of that time? Well, we know why. That question's really rhetorical because we know why, because it's not important. And we can safely presume that if the skin color, if the ethnicity of each person in here were switched around, it would have been a speedy trial. But for this man to be able to be released and the, what's this guy, the prosecuting attorney, to say, well, and we still have no idea when it's going to go to a grand jury, if at all. There's not even an attempt to get justice. Now, how do we fix this? How does this get resolved? How do we draw attention to this and make them pay attention and make them deliver justice? How do we do that? So I guess we can start by getting the information that's running across the ticker right now and either emailing or telephoning, and this guy may even be on social media, but we need to reach out and we need to demand justice. I mean, this is the same state, and I don't know if it's the same city, but it's definitely the same state where the young man was, where they shot this other young man. I forgot his name. I think it was Jalen. I can't remember his name directly, but where they shot him 60 some odd times. That's how many bullets hit his body. But the amount of times that they shot was a little under 100. And then they claimed that they stopped him because of a traffic issue, but then come to find out just more drama, more non-consistent or inconsistent information. And again, as long as it's a Black person, there's just no desire to make sure that everyone gets justice, that everyone gets to enjoy their civil rights. And I'm so sick and tired of it, I don't know what to do. And a show that I did last week or something, I ran this clip where some Hispanic girl was on here talking about, Black people, y'all want reparations. And, you guys say, oh, you want reparations because you guys don't want to work because you get caught doing crimes. How about you stop doing the crimes? Okay, it's that type of attitude that's problematic. And what crime was this man committing? What crime was this 13-year-old Sinzae? What was he committing? So these blanket excuses and justifications to just outright take the life of someone who is Black, making justifications for that is ridiculous. And so since, society doesn't appear to um, want to pursue fairness and equity, then it looks like we have to pull up and demand it. Okay? So let me see. Zana, you're saying, do you think the mom can file a complaint with the AG office and see if that might help with her son's tragedy? I'm not sure, but we have clearly we're going to have to get involved, because it appears as though she's in this battle all by herself. So the start would be, for everybody to make the calls, and really, to be honest with you, not one call. We need to be dialing, calling, and blowing up the email. Oh, wait, let me change that phraseology. And inundating this guy's email, and letting him know that this is not acceptable. And, it sounds to me like a protest is going to be necessary, or something of that nature, because this can't continue to go unaddressed. Do you have all the info? I'll call and send emails. Yeah, so it's right. It's actually right there in that ticker, but also have it right here. And the whole objective on coming in today was, or going live right now, was just to get this out here, because we are about to head into a new year. And like I said, how do you think this mom is feeling right now? Here it is. This happened in October. So her Thanksgiving was horrible. Her Christmas had to be even worse. Now we're about to hit into a brand new year, and no respect. I mean, these are public officials who are just like, well, sorry, there's nothing we can do. So it sounds to me like, the municipal court needs to either change what they're allowed to handle, modify the timelines, do something. But it doesn't have to remain this way, is the point. And telling us, well, sorry, there's nothing we can do, that is not sufficient. That's not sufficient. Y'all be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know anytime I go live. Replay gang, leave a comment. If you respond to the information on this ticker by calling or emailing, please leave a comment on this video, just so we can maintain some level of gauge as to who's reaching out and who's not. But this needs to be addressed. And I know, there are some states that have these new riot laws that are going into effect. I don't know if that applies to Ohio. That does need to be looked at, so that if we are going to riot, that it's done in accordance with the law. But what's the law in Columbus, Ohio? Because clearly, if you're white, you can shoot somebody, you can get out of your truck, shoot somebody, walk around it, shoot them again, get in your truck, drive off, be arrested the next day, be arrested, and then have a motion filed for you to get out because this guy's claiming self-defense. If this guy was in his vehicle when this happened, then it would seem to me that staying in your vehicle would have prevented any harm from somebody who wasn't in a car. So that's not even a viable excuse. It was self-defense. And this is a grown-ass man that did this to a young 13-year-old. And the crazy part is, oh yeah, no, we got his face. I don't know if I pulled it up in here, but I mean, he's a tall guy. He's got to be at least 6 foot plus, and definitely overweight. But the point is that it's not self-defense where you're in a vehicle and whatever provoked you to get out of your vehicle to simply shoot someone and get back in it and drive off. Where does self-defense come in at? Because you could have just floored the vehicle if it was that. But so not only is it that insult where this guy felt very comfortable taking the life of this young man, not only did you feel comfortable doing it, but now the people who should be providing justice are, they, like the mom said, they're on his side. They're white, he's white, and they're on his side. And so, miss me, And everybody else with this perspective of, well, stop putting the race card. What does race have to do with it? What race has to do with it? You tell me what race has to do with it. Tell me why this is not being vigorously pursued. My goodness. Shout out to Baby Shay in the chat. Number one mod, y'all do like Baby Shay say, do like she say. Baby Shay, I know I didn't tell you I was going live, girl. I didn't want to disrupt you and your New Year's Eve, girl. But thanks for pulling up. I always appreciate you pulling up, girl. What you said, YouTube, count your days. I didn't get my notification. Yeah, y'all refresh that notification. At all for a human life. Like, yeah, no respect, no regard, no care, no concern. And look at this man. I just want to know. What I want to know is for the white people who are justifying this. Now, who are really justifying this. I want you to convince me why your argument of it's not race related. Make that make sense to me. But you really can't. Anyway, let me see. I just want to make sure that I cover some of these points here. So, again, the municipal court does not have jurisdiction to hear felony cases except for a limited period of time. That needs to be corrected. So if you call, if you email, or when you call and when you email, bring that up. What has to happen for that to change? It's standard practice for almost every felony case filed in municipal court to be dismissed. I need an attorney because I need to understand why is their system set up this way to begin with? What that's telling me is people can go out in the city of Columbus, Ohio, commit all the felonies they like, and because it's standard practice for almost every felony case to be filed in municipal court, and expect that it's going to be dismissed, and there's a limited time frame for it to even be looked at, just commit all the damn crime you want, because the municipal court is not going to handle it. You're going to be free. So legally, that doesn't make sense. And as the prosecuting attorney, the attorney general, and anybody else that has anything to do with creating the laws in Columbus, Ohio, why aren't you fixing that? Why aren't you fixing that? Oh, goodness. Hold on, y'all. Let me check these comments and see what y'all talking about. So, Zane, you said he looked like he don't want to do shit. Look at it, girl. What did you say? That's what I'm saying. It is race. They telling a lie. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Melissa Renee. Girl, you holding it down for that R. Kelly coverage. That's almost why I ain't got to do no coverage on no R. Kelly. You are holding it down on Twitter. If you are on Twitter, y'all be sure to follow Melissa Renee. She keeps dropping current information and commentary, okay, which is off the hook. So thanks for pulling up. Shrink and Sharon in the house. Thanks, girl, for pulling up. I appreciate y'all pulling up for this quick little show on New Year's Eve. I know everybody's trying to get ready for it. But yeah, it is. It's race related. Back to your comments, Anne. Look at them. There's no interest in providing justice for all. For all. That's my thing. And we get it. There's some, I'm trying to stay focused and not ramble on. But look at this young man. And you know what? So like the mom said, just a quick recap. The young man told his mom, hey, I'm not feeling good. She said, well, it's probably because you're sleeping under the fan. Just go in there and lay down. He went, he laid down, he came back because the mom was in the kitchen cooking. He had a little conversation with the mom, told his mom he was going to go lay back down. And she didn't even know he had left the house. The next thing she knew, somebody was banging on the door telling her, hey, Sinzae has been shot. So 13-year-olds, young men like this, they're going to go outside. Why is it that as Black Americans, we have to do all of the modifying? Why do we have to make all of the modifications to our behavior, our culture, our presentation? Why? How come I can't sneak outside if my mama didn't know? That's not a reason. Because the first person I hear say, well, he shouldn't have snuck outside, he'd be alive. That's going to be a bigger problem. But why do we always have to conduct ourselves in a manner that others don't? And again, this murderer, okay, this murderer, and how Sean David Wade be saying it, he's claiming self-defense, but you're in the protection of a vehicle, a truck. And I don't know what kind of truck it is. I don't know how many tons it is or whatever, but there's no claim of self-defense there. I mean, you can look at this young man's face and tell it wasn't like he was even an overgrown gentleman. And this thing, it's out of control. So again, in the ticker, y'all, is the contact information. We need to call multiple times. We need to send multiple emails, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that this needs to happen. And not only that, but there needs to be some type of protest planned for this. We have to demand justice for this. Because there's no way that if the attorney general or this prosecuting attorney were a Black man and the victim was a white child and the murderer was a Black man, trust me, I mean, the guy would already be serving time on that life sentence. But they just simply filed a motion, entertained the motion, and let this guy go free. And then you haven't even had conversation with any of with the mom. None of the victim family. You've not even reached out to them. You haven't even shown them that level of respect. Come on. If that's not a slap in the face, I don't know what is. Melissa, you said I heard about this yesterday and was sickened by it. It's ridiculous. And to know that this happened in October and it's just now making, hitting the headlines. What is that saying? One thing it's saying is the mom has been patient. Let me see, because here is, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Oh, okay. So they do have tomorrow there is a protest or a press release or something of that nature going on. And I call myself uploading that information. So here's what I'm going to do, because it's important to have that in this particular. Let me go directly to that, y'all. Just bear with me real quick. I'm going to have to hit this share screen real quick because this is out of control. So y'all bear with me. If anybody wants to speak out, you already know. Just tell me, hey, Mel, I'll drop the link, and I'll be happy to do it. Let me see here. Just scrolling down here real quick because I hate when I do this show. Oh, here we go. Yes. Hallelujah. All right. Let me hit this quick share screen. A second here. Here we go. Sorry, I had this on all this time. All right. So this is the now, this is interesting because the state is wrong on here. Well, no worries. We can still reach out. But evidently, it says Saturday, January 1st, 2023, but today is Saturday, but it's December 31st. And, whoever even put this together, even a small typo like that, this inaccurate date, you can't even hardly blame them. You can't even blame them for this mistake. So I don't know when this is actually. Maybe it was today, maybe not, but just that's just because the date is wrong. Lord have mercy. That just says a lot on the mindset of the mom. Um, the immediate arrest. So they're demanding, and this is the hashtag that I guess if we're going to talk about it, or if you guys talk about it, let's help move this hashtag because it's this is generated by the people that are working on behalf of getting justice. The immediate arrest of murderer Craig Butler and you as senior, the removal of Franklin County prosecutor Gary Tyrak, an apology to the family of Sinise for the obstruction of justice, a DOJ investigation to clear into this clear hate crime at People's Justice. So again, this looks like it was a rushed thing. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I'm going to look further into this People's Justice, and you guys can too, because if this is a way that we can help to, make the situation better, to help it, let's do what we can. Because again, that typo in and of itself says a lot, that people were distracted and probably have a lot on their plate to the point where they didn't even catch that little typo. All right. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. And again, thank y'all for pulling up. Hold on just 1 second. I had to sip on this water real quick, y'all. Shout out to One Pap in the house, always in the house. One Pap, you on point, girl. I appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up. Shrinking Sharon, absolutely right. Shame on them. And what mom should have to go through this? I don't know if this was her only son either. What you say, Sharon? You remember when this happened? If y'all want to come and chime in, just tell me to drop the link. I'm happy to. This is a call-in show. All right. But I know it's New Year's Eve and people got stuff to do. I get that. Happy New Year's to you too. Let me see here. Shout out to another number one mod. Island Brown is in the house. Y'all do like Island Brown and say. Do like she say. Let's see here. Yeah, do like she say. Shout out to Just a Tea, please. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all better know it. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know what the status is, what the deal is with the with that press release or that demand, but we need to get up on it, and we need to do some follow up on it, because we just can't let this go unaddressed. Period. And furthermore, moreover, okay. Also, in addition, maybe the organizers who are trying to secure justice, okay, could use our help. So let's help. Let's help. Let's get in there. Let's help it out. Let's do what we can. The contact information to reach out to the attorney, what's this guy's name? Whatever is a prosecuting attorney, is running in the ticker. Email it multiple times. Call the phone number multiple times and demand justice. Yes, Island, it does keep happening. This keeps happening and they turn into cold cases. It's truly sad. Very much so. And again, the way they have this thing set up, they made it clear why it keeps happening, because the way they have their municipal court set up, they only have a limited period of time that they can hear the cases. So if you have a limited period of time, then I'm gonna need you to either extend that time or get busy. Either extend the time to hear these felony cases in municipal court, or get your ass up and get it in gear. How about that? Do that. Do that, because you're not going to make me believe that you're overwhelmed. Your police are out here with qualified immunity, shooting folks Oh, and then lying about it, talking about, oh, well, we were just I'm talking about the police. We were just trying to stop them before a traffic light was out ahead, a tail light was out. And so we were in fear of our life, so we had to shoot a zillion times. It's like, stop all this. This is ridiculous. Oh boy. So, y'all, thank you, Shrink and Sharon. Justice for Sinzae Reed. Point blank damn period. Our courts are messed up here in Ohio. You know, Shrink and Sharon, don't play, because we might have to mess around and make you the YouTube point person to get this thing started. Because these things have to stop. They have to stop. Very much so, lies. So y'all, quiet as it's kept. I wasn't really trying to keep y'all long. I just wanted to get the awareness out. And one more YouTube video that has the hashtag in there, which I'm gonna make sure I modified mine so it falls in line with all of the rest of them. We have to bring the awareness out. We have to speak out on it. It just has to happen. This has to stop. And we cannot go quietly into 2023 allowing this to happen. And the mom deserves justice, as does Sinzae Reed. Okay? Period. So if you do call, if you do email, leave a comment on here. Let me know that you did that. But other than that, y'all, that's it. That is the podcast. I hope everyone has a safe and happy New Year's Eve, and that you are safe and happy when the clock strikes 12, and that you have a safe and happy, successful and prosperous new 2023. Okay? That's it. That's the podcast. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, replay gang, leave a comment. You know I want to hear from you. And until next time, y'all, we will see you when we see you. Welcome to the Only Male Cruz Show, the We Own Your Head podcast. Discussing topics that make you say, how and where can we improve as a society? From a Black American's perspective. Copyright disclaimer regarding fair use is in full effect. The views and opinions expressed in this show, you guessed it, they're all mine. Catch us live, be ready to speak. This is a call-in show. Be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, replay gang, leave a comment. You know I want to hear from you. Let's go to work.